Probably not.
I don't think that's how we're gonna start the Alpha X show match. Yaku versus Warbuffle, mate.
Start it with the clown fiesta.
No,
Look, it can only go up from there.
I actually like that idea, unironically, actually.
It can only go up from there, mate.
Oh my god. Crazy.
But of course, we are accepting ideas for our annual show match, our annual bash, if you will, the end of the year. Usually we try to have, you know, something. I'll get to it after the end of the intro. In the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the Red Zerg player coming down from the land of Brisbane, the King of Brisbane. He's going to be representing our very own team, the Cranky Ducklings. He is Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, going for a 12-pool opener because he always does this on Glittering Ashes. We have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing the Juggernauts. It is MeomaikA.
Yeah, never necessarily, yeah. He always goes for a 12-pool, but not necessarily aggressively. This time, though, a little bit aggressive.
Here we go. A-Lings are going to be coming across the map as well as this queen. So we actually saw... Whoa, he kills the cleaner bot!
No.
Ah. He's ruthless, mate.
Absolutely ruthless. And that's the kind of ruthlessness you need to go up against somebody like Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, MeomaikA did do this against Ender, if you recall. I believe it was the first game, question mark. I can't quite remember. But yeah, we'll see how he does. Thankfully, Oreo did open up with a pool gas, not a hatch gas pool. So he does already have access to his own defensive links.
He does, and they are already here. 2 fewer lings of what MeomaikA has, but again, when you have the defender's advantage, it's not the biggest of deals. You can always pull the boys like Oreo is doing.
Oh.
Just, you know, make sure you micro well enough.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, but again, the boys have been pulled. The micro has to be on point here for Oreo. He has to make sure he keeps these drones alive. He's just trying to buy time for his queen.
And the queen is out, but unfortunately the creep isn't there yet this early on anyway. So it will take a little bit of time for the queen to get in position. Did the lings of Oreo go down?
They did all go down.
Oh no.
Thankfully for Oreo, he didn't lose any of his workers, but that may change because MeomaikA, he wants the queen! Oh.
He should be able to get the queen now.
Wow.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, he gets the queen as well as 3 drones on the low ground. GG gets called, and MeomaikA takes the first game.
I didn't even notice the drones go down, yeah, but that does make sense now why Oreo tapped out. It's just a little bit too much damage to be done, and again, Oreo was also kind of scrambling to get his defensive lings out at that point, so he kind of saw the writing on the wall. This is a major field spat, though, like, if I'm being honest. I just noticed the APM difference.
Oh, God.
It's like 300 APM.
Alright, here we go. We're diving into the next game, and that was a brutal loss there for Oreo, especially because he was investing in Ling speed. Again, Ling speed was, I think, halfway done by the game, and by the time the game ended, he just needed a little bit of momentum going his way. But because of losing his queen there, and because he didn't pull extra drones as well, like, he was losing far too much. Could have even, or probably would have ended up losing his natural as well. And now we're just moving on to game 2.
Which hopefully lasts a little bit longer, but considering the map we're on, light, I have some concerns. In the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the red Zerg player coming out from the land of Brisbane. He is without doubt the King of Brisbane, representing our very own team, the Cranky Ducklings. He is going to make his opponents go, uh-oh! In his robe, he is Oreo.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is blue, representing the Juggernauts. This time, not going for a 12 pool. It is MeomaikA.
Yeah, just a safety pool first. This time, Oreo is not taking any chances. Oh, he killed the dog. He spam clicked the dog.
Look at that. Oreo keeps his doggo alive. Just saying.
Same, right?
Oh god. As yeah, we do have some varying openers here. We'll see if Oreo pulls out of gas after Link Speed. That is going to be the big question. Will he commit to a Baneling Nest? Because this is not a bad map for Link Bane aggression.
It really isn't. You can make the Banelings at any point in the map and they will already be in the front lines. It's not quite like, you know, a map like Blackburn or, God forbid, Pillars of Altaris. Say it again. Pride of Altaris. Where
you really want Pillars back,
careful
mate.
when you have to be careful where you build those Banelings. Of course I want Pillars back! Such a good map. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Golden Wall. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity was a good map, not a great map.
What?
Golden Wall though.
Pillars of Gold! Map. You said Pillars of Eternity!
Pillars of Eternity.
That's a game! That's an RPG! What are you saying? Your brain is just all over the place, Yaku. God damn.
Pillars of Gold was a good map. It was a great map, but a really good map. Gold. That's the connection as well. Yeah. Golden Wall and Pillars of Gold. Right, yeah. Yeah, no, but I really like it.
You forgot the meme that we had was the wall is around the Eternal Empire, right? Or something like that? I can't remember. Eternal Empire.
No, Eternal Empire is held up by the Pillars of Gold, which is guarded by the Golden Wall.
There you go.
Of course, there's the other meme, which is Golden Wall is the wall that prevents you from getting into Platinum.
There you go.
Anyway, a ton of links coming out for Oreo.
Yeah, again, he actually invested into the Baneling Nest afterwards. I was saying that this is what we were going to keep an eye on, and we didn't, but this is what is happening. So Oreo is basically going all in with Link Bane. What does MeomaikA have to defend? He has queens, which are about to be surrounded. He's joining up!
Well, we're getting a race match.
No! Mio, please! To be fair, that's maybe too many Banelings. Banelings are not going to help against all these queens. The wall is on the way. Oreo's going to come in before the wall finishes, and he doesn't!
Oh, too unfortunate here. Oreo still has a chance of Bane bust, but you don't necessarily want to bust through like so, but I guess you can afford it when there's just no other defenses up. The queens immediately get surrounded.
Wow, every single queen is going to go down. All the drones are going to go down as well. We do have a couple of lings that are going to be popping out here for MeomaikA. Never mind, he actually just made nothing but drones, mate. He was so greedy this game.
And now we're getting an ace match.
Oh my god, possibly here. We'll see how this is controlled. We have two Banelings rolling in. Now, how good are these connections going to be?
Surrounded again.
Oh no!
Again, and MeomaikA clumps up those drones. He wanted to deal with the Zerglings. Did not account for the Banelings at all. GG. Oreo takes us to ace.
GG, well played. MeomaikA saw the Ling flood. He saw it with his overlords, and he decided not to drone up. Oh, sorry, not to make lings. He was making drones instead. He was trying to wall off. Like, he was being very greedy.
Very much so.
Oh my god.
Leningrad of all maps.
Exactly.
You saw it too?
No,
you see what I see?
Starduck is laddering.
Yeah, boy! But where's which race? That's what I want to know.
Protoss, he's playing Protoss.
Mate, I'm so proud of him.
Hey, this is why I want him to sign up, because I want people to just knock him into playing ladder, okay? Just like knock some sense into
peer
this
pressure him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh god.
I'm so proud of him. All right. Whoa.
I'll leave.
I left.
God, the trigger fingers are just so quick on these guys, mate. My gosh.
Shaking my head. Yeah, Oreo versus Light would not have been what we wanted for our ace match, I think.
Exactly.
Well, maybe Oreo wouldn't mind that.
Alright, let's go. Ace match. We're tied up 1-1. How the hell is this gonna end, mate?
I can tell you how it's not gonna end. It's not gonna be on Curious Minds or Pride of Altaris.
Oh.
Pride of Altaris.
Oh god. I'm shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. Yo, I mean, shout out to Rocker or Wrecker in the chat. Me or the Zerg version of myself. Oh god.
You know what? You're not wrong. But we are now going to be concluding this lower bracket finals on Hardwire LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player coming down from the land of Brisbane. He is the king of Brisbane, representing the Cranky Ducklings, the only Cranky Ducklings player left in this tournament. He is gonna make his opponents go, uh-oh, it's Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing the Juggernauts. It is MeomaikA. And ooh, I actually did not know this, but shout out to Shiva Blaster. Apparently, Shiva is one of the citizens of Oreo's kingdom.
There we go, Brisbane boys.
Oh god, yeah.
Already sworn fealty to him.
Yes, exactly. I have to ask then, if you don't mind letting us know, Shiva, were you at BrizCraft in 2019? Were you there? We have to know, because maybe we've met or seen each other.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you've met and you just forgot entirely.
Oh, we wouldn't have introduced each other, but you know, maybe we can recall. Maybe we can recollect. As we do have the links coming across the map already, because Oreo did open up with a pool first, but you know what? MeomaikA also opened up with a pool first as well.
Yeah, however, MeomaikA doing MeomaikA things has delayed his Zerglings in favor of queens, so yeah, Oreo, yeah, I mean, there's still a possibility for him to get some damage done here with his initial 6 lings, but it's not going to be the end of the game.
Yes, this Overlord of Oreo just scattered that it was a pool first opening from MeomaikA, so he decides to turn around, come back home, because he knows that he's not going to find too much damage across the map.
Instead, just opts for a single ling, just to, be a little bit of a scouter. Check that, well, actually unable to really check anything before it went down, but,
yeah,
could have potentially checked the mineral line or a tech choice.
He at least just confirmed the queen. He confirmed what he already knew, to be fair, and then he just comes back home, and so far everything is pretty chill. Oreo is continuing to mine gas here after ling speed, but so is MeomaikA, and we see why, at least from MeomaikA's side.
As the Roach Warren is going to be immediately thrown down, skipping out in the Baneling Nest this time. But it wouldn't be a ZvZ, and it especially wouldn't be a MeomaikA ZvZ series if he didn't go straight into Roaches at least once.
Exactly. Like, this is a little bit terrifying, to be honest. Like, this is going to hit hard. Oreo still has not scouted this. Instead, he's going for a much faster Evo Chamber. Are we going to see +1? Very
entirely opposed to that.
Yeah, he's making another wave of lings as well. We do see that MeomaikA does get across the map there, and he is looking to scout.
Welcome from the Evo Chamber, sees it researching, and it's actually going to be Carapace instead. Oh boy, Light. Oreo thinks it's going to be another Ling Bane game.
I mean, Carapace does mean that you can transition into Roaches a little bit more seamlessly.
True.
If you are Oreo, but as we can see, he's still making nothing but Lings here. Oh god. And he's going to have an opportunity to maybe surround these queens, but the Roaches are not too far behind.
Yeah, I'm really liking what MeomaikA is doing with these queens as well. Typically, he uses one queen to chase away the overlords, but this time he really doesn't want Oreo to have eyes on the Roaches until it's too late, like right now.
Lings try to get us around all those queens, but the Roaches end up revealing themselves. Now Oreo is well aware. Immediately he throws down 2 spines. He knows the push is coming, but because MeomaikA got scouted, he drones.
Yeah. MeomaikA do MeomaikA things.
Yeah, he takes his gases at one. Like, this is what's terrifying about MeomaikA. Like, he isn't gonna be as committed. Oh no, the Lings get in, but oh god, so many of them get shaded. Oh no, Oreo, please.
Yeah, it looked like Oreo was setting up for a surround, but he took one too many casualties there towards the end. Is forced to back away, unable to get the scout either.
Yeah.
Unable to confirm that MeomaikA is droning up.
Look at the units lost. 19 Lings have gone down. The Lings trying to dip in once again, but the Roaches are not too far behind. Again, he wants to try and punish these queens, but he just can't do it. The queens, they just keep getting more value.
Exactly, to kill another Overlord, which will supply block Oreo for a little while.
Like, Oreo is lacking so much vision right now. Like, he needs these Overlords out here to scout whenever a push comes. That's why he's being so active with these Lings. Meanwhile, at home, he's working on a third base. He does have a much faster third, but he has to be careful because, again, he has to keep an eye on that Roach count. Yo, he catches the Queens, finally!
Yeah, there's enough to transfuse, and the Queens will still stay alive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately here for Oreo, but at least he does confirm there's a third base. MeomaikA is building more and more roaches.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, at home, Oreo is also making nothing but roaches. Oh, he actually cancelled his spines from earlier. To be fair, he didn't need them, right? There was no push, but he has to be careful. If he sees this army coming, like, he needs as much at home to defend as he can.
And he's going to have a lot less at home if these Lings get taken out in the middle of the map, but at the very least, they might be able to buy some time. Oreo actually juking around. So setting himself up for either a surround here, a bit of a flank, and that's exactly what he's doing!
Oh god, he will get one, maybe even two Queens. Forces MeomaikA to respond and turn around.
Yeah, unfortunately, MeomaikA does not have a lair, doesn't have a reliable constitution. So these roaches, once they make it across the map, they are not going to be able to make it back home. They have to deal damage, and they have to deal a ton of them.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Oreo actually forces MeomaikA's reinforcements to be delayed. He turns around for a moment. So again, this is best case scenario for Oreo. He has delayed this so much, and does Oreo have enough to defend at home? He has a lot of Ravagers, and they're looking pretty exposed, not gonna lie. No, the Ravagers! They need to get away!
I feel like Oreo has enough if he has the perfect position. If he's able to surround these roaches and get some Biles down! Biles unfortunately don't quite connect, and the Lings don't quite get that surround. But here come the Biles, and they do land on so many of the roaches, even getting a couple of Queens.
Yeah, the Biles have been insane, but you know what? The Lings have all been cleaned up. Like, again, Ravagers and Lings are great, but now there are no more Lings.
Yeah, and you can't Ravage a Ling without the Lings.
Exactly, but the Biles, they just keep on connecting. MeomaikA, he's just barely trying to avoid them. It looks like Oreo will have enough to defend, but there are reinforcements coming across the map.
Yeah, the defensive advantage is still on Oreo's side, though, and now that there are far fewer roaches than there were earlier on, it's a little bit easier for Oreo to get these surrounds that he needs. Once again, still no Galaver Constitution. MeomaikA only now starting up the lair.
Exactly. This is a very late lair, very late Evo Chamber, very late third base. So again, MeomaikA was very committed with that attack, but there is still a threat here, as in, like, MeomaikA still has a very large roach army, so Oreo has to respect that. But so far, he has weathered the storm.
He has. And he weathered the storm with a third base, so he can start droning up and get into a much more comfortable position economically. Best case scenario, just sheer out macro MeomaikA.
Yeah, he's going to have the upgrade advantage. He already has +1 carapace. He's working on +1 missile attacks as well. The only thing that is making Oreo a little bit more all-in is that he doesn't have a lair, which means he's not going to have roach speed. He's making nothing but Lings right now. He's not droning up at this third base. He wants to go for a big counterattack.
And that's honestly the thing that's worrying me about Oreo's chances here. He has a very sizable army, but I don't know, tech-wise, it might not be on his hands. He's going to be relying a lot on his +1 range advantage to be doing damage.
Oh, exactly, as Oreo does bow down his own Overlord to kill one of MeomaikA's, does supply block himself. Bit of a feels bad man. But you know what? He at least
keeps...
That's
really important, I think.
Yeah, he keeps MeomaikA in the dark just barely as Oreo is trying to sneak out. Again, Oreo is forcing himself all in. There was an opportunity for him to drone up if he wanted to. He's like, no, I'm not going to drone up. I want to try and kill my opponent. But, like, look at that worker difference and look at the army. Oh, boy.
Yeah, MeomaikA... There was a time where MeomaikA was lacking both upgrades and army supply. Now he's only lacking in upgrades, and honestly, that's not the biggest of deals in Roach v. Roach. The Lings get a bit of a surround, but it's not going to be quite enough. Biles aren't quite able to connect.
Yeah, exactly. He does get 2 of those Ravagers. Only 2 Ravagers remaining here for MeomaikA. He's trying to go first round. He wants these Biles to connect, but so far, MeomaikA's done a very good job at avoiding them.
Yeah, I really love those Bile placements from Oreo. Kind of making sure that at least one Bile would land, but somehow, MeomaikA just dodges them.
Yeah, exactly. And again, with no buffer, oh god, this is huge. MeomaikA taking a massive supply lead. Oreo barely has anything remaining here. Again, he was very all in, and I have MeomaikA, he's just going for the counterattack, and with that, Oreo barely has anything left to defend.
Yeah, the range upgrades have evened out now. MeomaikA is a player with Galarian Constitution. Oreo was able to keep a bunch of his roaches alive so they can get back into position, but as you said, that's about it when it comes to the defenses of Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. And pure Ravager is never something that you want to see here against nothing but roaches of MeomaikA. We do see that Oreo's trading fairly well, but again, MeomaikA just started stepping until all the links have been dealt with, and now the reinforcements have come across the map.
Oh, pulling away. Pulling away. He wants to catch these links in the middle of the map, I think.
I mean, Oreo is trying to find an angle, trying to find maybe some kind of surround, trying to buy some time, but, oh god, maybe he can?
It's a very big if. Almost got surrounded, unfortunately, was lacking a lot in the supply, in the Zergling supply. Since MeomaikA got the lair, he can start his +2 immediately. Oreo gonna be on +1, gonna be on 1-1 for a very, very long time here. Or maybe not if the game ends.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Oreo's looking for, like, this, like, win here when it comes to this engagement, which is cool and all, but MeomaikA's just getting further and further ahead. We can see him dwarf Oreo in supply. He finally does get the surround that he has been waiting for. The Biles are going to connect. Juicy connections here on the army of MeomaikA, and Oreo takes a great trade here, but that was half of MeomaikA's army.
Exactly. I was wondering where the rest of MeomaikA's army was, and maybe he's just trying to bait Oreo into a false sense of security? As Oreo is pushing, he has a little bit of momentum and he wants to see where it takes him.
That he does, but he's gonna find an entire roach army waiting for him. This is not what Oreo wanted to see here, and the lings have all run out for the most part.
Yeah, a couple more trying to get in position, trying to get some surrounds, decent biles that land, but at the end of the day, MeomaikA just has far too much supply. GG's call. MeomaikA takes it series 2-1 and will go up in rematch Ender. That was honestly a pretty genius move at the end there, if I do say so myself, like, from MeomaikA. The entire time those roaches were waddling around and Oreo was trying to get the surround, I was wondering, MeomaikA has like 40 more supply. Where are the rest of these roaches? They were waiting back at home because he wanted Oreo to go for the quote-unquote counterattack so that he would be trapped in a much more ideal position for MeomaikA. I'd appreciate that. And with that, GG is called. Oreo, unfortunately, won't be making it to the finals this week, but third place, it's pretty good.
Yeah, there was still a very good showing there by Oreo. He was honestly in a decent position against MeomaikA as well in that ace match. And bearing in mind, he did bring it to the ace match, so Oreo may not have won the series, but again, he was up against who I would say is the best Zerg player in the entire region.
Yeah, he took out 2 of the Nod army. Had to fall eventually.
That he did. He took down both of the Hong Kong boys, but struggled a little bit more against Ender and MeomaikA. Speaking of, that will be our grand finals.
That it will be a best of 5 with a +1 advantage to Ender. I forgot to remind you about the predictions for the floor bracket.
No, I already did it. Like there were predictions running for that. It's all good.
Okay. I just didn't bet in time. Okay. Woo.
You can't bet. What are you talking about? You can't bet.
I can't, but I can't bet with channel points is the thing.
There you go. Oh god. But yes, that does mean that we have our grand finals. It is going to be a ZvZ grand finals, and we'll be diving into that right after this break.
Yeah, enjoy the duct tapes. It's probably going to be a Shelby one, which I don't mind at all, in fact.
Oh, yeah.
I really like a Shelby one.
We'll go for it. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes. When we return, we'll have our finals.
See you then.